Barcelona, a city that pulses with a unique rhythm, a vibrant energy that flows through its streets and squares. But look closer, beyond the bustling crowds and sun-drenched beaches, and you will find an extraordinary ecosystem of human creation. Here, stone and iron, tile and glass, have been coaxed into forms that seem to defy the very laws of nature. This is a landscape sculpted not by wind and water, but by the hand of imagination, a testament to the creative force that can shape our world in the most astonishing ways. It is a world of architectural wonders, where buildings breathe and facades ripple like the surface of a tranquil sea. The architect of this extraordinary environment was one man, Antoni Gaudí. A visionary, a naturalist, and a master craftsman, Gaudí saw the world not in straight lines and rigid angles, but in the elegant curves and intricate patterns of the natural world. He drew his inspiration from the forest floor, the structure of a flower, the skeleton of an animal. He believed that nature was the ultimate architect, and he spent his life translating its divine geometry into structures that stand today as monuments to his genius. His work is not merely built, it is grown, a forest of stone and mosaic that has become synonymous with the soul of Barcelona itself. In our journey today, we will explore three of his most remarkable creations. We will wander through the whimsical landscapes of Park Güell, a fantasy world perched high above the city. We will then descend into the heart of the old city to uncover the hidden depths of Palau Güell, a palace of light and shadow. Finally, we will gaze upon the magnificent undulating form of Casa Milà, a building that seems to have been carved by the sea. Join me as we delve into the world of Antoni Gaudí and witness how one man's vision could forever transform the character of a city. Our exploration begins here, on the Carmel Hill, overlooking the sprawling metropolis of Barcelona. This is Park Güell, less a park and more a living sculpture. It was originally conceived as a private residential complex for the city's elite, a utopian garden city commissioned by Gaudí's great patron, Eusebi Güell. Though the grand residential project was never fully realized, what remains is an extraordinary public space, a testament to an imagination allowed to run wild. Here, the boundaries between the artificial and the natural blur into a seamless, harmonious whole. Every pathway, every bench, every structure seems to have sprouted organically from the earth itself. One is immediately struck by the entrance, guarded by two pavilions that seem to have been plucked from a fairy tale. Their whimsical, mushroom-like roofs are covered in a mosaic of broken ceramic tiles, a technique known as trencadís, which Gaudí perfected. This technique, using discarded materials, was not only economical but allowed him to cover curved surfaces with a skin of vibrant, shimmering color. It's a spectacular introduction to the visual language of the park, a language that speaks of fantasy, nature, and a profound respect for materials, no matter how humble their origin. As we ascend the monumental dragon staircase, we are greeted by one of Barcelona's most famous residents, El Drac, the mosaic lizard, resplendent in its colorful ceramic scales. It is both a guardian and a fountain, a playful creature that has become a symbol of the city. This staircase leads us to the hypostyle room, a forest of 86 Doric columns intended to be the marketplace for the estate. But these are no ordinary columns. They are designed to capture and channel rainwater from the terrace above, a brilliantly integrated system of natural resource management, a perfect fusion of form and function. Above the hypostyle room lies the park's main terrace, the Plaça de la Natura, or Nature Square. It is a vast open space, offering breathtaking panoramic views of the city and the sea beyond. The perimeter of this square is lined with perhaps the longest, most sinuous bench in the world. Its undulating form, covered in a kaleidoscope of trencadís mosaics, is not arbitrary. It is ergonomically designed to fit the human form, creating intimate, semi-private spaces for conversation and contemplation. Here one can sit for hours, mesmerized by the interplay of color, light, and the sprawling cityscape. Everywhere you look in Park Güell, you see evidence of Gaudí's profound connection to the natural world. The winding pathways are supported by viaducts, whose columns lean like the trunks of pine trees, their rough, stony texture blending perfectly with the surrounding hillside. He did not level the land. He adapted his designs to its natural contours, creating a space that feels both man-made and wild. Park Güell is more than a park. It is a declaration of Gaudí's philosophy, a vibrant, joyful ecosystem where architecture and nature dance in a timeless embrace. We now leave the open, sunlit spaces of Park Güell and descend into the narrow, labyrinthine streets of the El Raval district. Here, nestled amongst the historic buildings, stands a structure of a different character. This is Palau Güell, one of Gaudí's earliest major works and the urban residence he designed for the Güell family. From the outside, it appears somewhat austere, more sober and formidable than his later creations. Its stone facade is punctuated by two magnificent parabolic arches, great gates that allowed horse-drawn carriages to enter the very heart of the home. Stepping through these arches is like entering another world. The central hall, the core of the palace, is a space of staggering verticality. It rises through the entire height of the building, culminating in a high parabolic dome. This was the main reception room, designed for entertaining guests with music and social gatherings. The acoustics are remarkable, and a small organ, its pipes reaching towards the heavens, is built into the wall. Gaudí's genius here lies in his manipulation of space, creating a sense of grandeur and occasion within the confines of a relatively narrow city plot. Light, in Palau Güell, is a carefully orchestrated element. The central dome is perforated with small skylights, which, during the day, create the effect of a starry sky, dappling the hall below with tiny points of light. This celestial dome transformed the interior, making the immense stone structure feel almost ethereal. Throughout the palace, Gaudí employed intricate ironwork, finely carved wood, and stained glass to filter and shape the light that entered from the street-facing windows, creating an atmosphere of rich, almost theatrical intimacy. The innovation continues as one explores the private quarters of the family. Gaudí seamlessly integrated furniture and decorative elements into the architecture itself. Built-in benches, ornate fireplaces, and intricately carved wooden ceilings make each room a complete work of art. He used a vast array of noble materials: iron, wood, ceramic, glass, and stone, with an artisan's touch, ensuring that every surface, every detail contributed to the overall opulence and unique character of the home. It was a palace designed not just for show, but for living. And then there is the roof. Ascending to the rooftop of Palau Güell is to discover a secret garden of fantastical sculptures. Here, the building's chimneys and ventilation shafts are transformed into a collection of 20 whimsical structures, each one unique and decorated with colorful trencadís mosaics. These sculpture chimneys are a precursor to the famous rooftop of Casa Milà, a first glimpse into Gaudí's practice of turning functional elements into objects of extraordinary beauty. From this vantage point, surrounded by these colorful forms, one can look out over the old city, a hidden world of artistry, high above the bustling streets. Our final destination takes us to the Grand Boulevard of Passeig de Gràcia, a true showcase of Catalan modernisme architecture. Yet even here, among a street full of wonders, one building stands apart. This is Casa Milà, popularly known as La Pedrera or the Stone Quarry. The nickname is quite fitting. The building's facade is a colossal, undulating mass of limestone that seems to ripple and flow, appearing more like a cliff face shaped by millennia of wind and waves than a residential apartment block. There is scarcely a straight line to be found. The facade is a self-supporting structure of stone, which freed Gaudí from the need for traditional load-bearing walls. This allowed him to create a completely open-plan interior where residents could decide the layout of their own apartments, a revolutionary concept for the early 20th century. The balconies are adorned with astonishingly complex and abstract wrought iron railings, crafted from recycled materials, which look like tangled clumps of seaweed washed ashore and draped across the stone. Each one is unique, a testament to the incredible skill of the blacksmiths who brought Gaudí's organic vision to life. Inside, the building is organized around two large circular courtyards, which act as light wells, ensuring that every single apartment is bathed in natural light and has proper ventilation. These courtyards are painted in vibrant shades of ochre and orange, creating a warm, luminous atmosphere that contrasts with the cool grey of the exterior stone. As you look up from the bottom of these courtyards, the building seems to swirl around you, a vortex of color and light that pulls the sky down into the heart of the structure. But the true crown of Casa Milà is its rooftop. This is no mere functional space. It is a surreal landscape, a garden of warriors. The stairwell exits, ventilation towers and chimneys are transformed into monumental abstract sculptures. Some resemble the helmets of ancient soldiers, standing sentinel over the city. Others are more fluid. their surfaces covered in Trencade's mosaics that shimmer in the Barcelona sun. Walking amongst these enigmatic figures is an otherworldly experience, a journey through a dreamscape populated by silent, powerful forms. From this incredible vantage point, the rooftop of La Pedrera offers not only a unique artistic experience, but also one of the finest views of the city, including a direct line of sight to Gaudí's ultimate, unfinished masterpiece, the Sagrada Familia. Casa Milà was Gaudí's last civil work, and in many ways, it is his most daring. It is a radical statement about the nature of architecture, a building that is both a functional home and a profound piece of sculpture. It is a living mountain in the heart of the city, a final, powerful echo of the natural forms that so deeply inspired its creator. Our journey through the world of Antoni Gaudí comes to a close, but the impression his work leaves is truly indelible. From the playful fantasy of Park Güell, to the solemn grandeur of Palau Güell and the breathtaking audacity of Casa Milà, we have witnessed an architecture that does more than provide shelter. It inspires, it challenges, and it connects us to the natural world in the most profound way. Gaudí's buildings are not static monuments. They are dynamic ecosystems of stone, light and color, teeming with life and imagination. They are a core part of Barcelona's identity, woven into the very fabric of the city. To truly understand Barcelona, one must experience these creations firsthand. To walk the winding paths of his parks, to stand beneath his celestial domes, and to gaze out from his surreal rooftops, is to engage in a dialogue with a mind of singular genius. These are not just places to be seen in photographs or videos. They are spaces to be inhabited, to be felt. The textures of the stone, the play of light through a stained glass window, the sheer scale of his vision. These are sensations that can only be fully appreciated in person. They are an essential part of the pilgrimage for any lover of art, nature, or human ingenuity. So, when you find yourself in the vibrant heart of Catalonia, I urge you to seek out these marvels. Allow yourself to get lost in their details, to be surprised by their innovations, and to be moved by their beauty. For in exploring the masterpieces of Antoni Gaudí, you are not just exploring a city's architecture, you are exploring the limitless possibilities of the human imagination. And that is a journey truly worth taking.